Hello, YouTube, and welcome back to the NITRO Addiction. How's everybody doing on this beautiful, beautiful evening? Almost as beautiful as this. Give me a minute to fire up the computer, and we will talk some engines. All right, everybody, how is it going? What is up? What is up? Thank you guys for joining in. Appreciate you. Let's see here. We got Jay's in the house. What's up? We got Benjamin Martinez in the house. How's it going? Australiana, what is up, brother? It's a lot of purple engines. Oh, yeah, it's a lot of purple beauty, as I like to call it. Good evening, Lee. Welcome to the show, brother. What is up? That's a lot of purple. That's what everybody's saying. SLC, what's going on? Let's see here. Holy HPI 25 engines. Well, it's mostly 25s, and then there's a K46, two more K46. This really big purple K46 or whatever I don't know. It's probably not a K, but 25. Here we've got a beautiful, beautiful Novorossi rolling. We got a 28 Dynamite. Just needs a pull start, roto start, whatever we desire. And then, yes, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 25s. And I think that's all that I have here with me. Now, some of these have already been cleaned and we're sitting in baggies just ready and waiting for action. And then a few of these still need some cleaning. I think it's this one. Yeah, this guy is brand new. Got a little tiny little nick in it there, but not mistaken, I probably got this one from OG back in the day. But brand new 25. Some of these are really close to being new. Some of them, just kind of pieced together from other 25s out of decent parts. The one I was working on the other day, I finally got it all apart. And I put a freshly pinched sleeve in there with basically a new piston. So, yep, there's a nice little collection of the Savage engines. Now, I did get a assortment of pinched sleeves and a couple of channel donations from our good friend, Mr. Offner Guy. What's up, brother? Hope you're out there watching and listening. Thank you very much again for, this one's a donation. This one here was from a trade. Yeah, so can't wait to dive into this engine here in just a little bit, see what we got. Seems like it's got pretty good pinch in it. We'll find out. As far as needing to be cleaned up and gotten ready for show, this one here, which is I don't remember what they call these, maybe the Nitro Star or something. I don't know, but one of the early 4.6. And I can tell it is by the size of it. And then they got a much deeper heat sink. And the 25s say 25 on them, and they're a lot shallower. So there's that. And then, like I said, I got 3 of the K46s. This one I think this one was lightly used. I've already taken it apart, cleaned it up, put it back together. It's been in a baggie waiting for action. If I'm not mistaken, this one here is brand spanking new. Never, ever seen action. I think it's set in a shelf queen for many years. Yeah, I've never taken it apart, and it's. I think it's gummed up. Feels like it is. Uh, Either way, it needs to be taken apart and clean. Just kind of oiled up and broken loose, but never been ran. This guy here, as you can tell, has been ran. Don't know what kind of shape it's in. We need to dive into it. Yeah, so there's a few of these that still need to be cleaned up and rebuilt, like this one, and I think both of these. Anyways, those will be future shows. Tearing down and cleaning tonight. We're gonna focus on these two beauties. I just wanted to kind of lay these out and show you guys the pretty in purple. So we'll go ahead and move these out of the way very gently. Because we definitely don't want to scratch up any of that pretty purple. As soon as I get these out of the way, I'll get to y'all's comments. I get anxiety setting these out, knowing that they could fall over and mess up the good heads. Ain't she a beauty? So you guys remember probably 2 summers ago at this point, we started to break this beast in. We got 2 tanks through it, and the pull starter quit on me, and then Raw Speed gave me a part number for that roto start. And if you do change out the roto start, you also got to get a new the starter shaft, because the original one, the head on it is too thin and it doesn't get inside the hex. So you have to get one that's a little bit thicker. And I don't remember the part number on it. It's probably in a video from way back then, but Raw may still have the numbers. All right. See what you guys are saying. Higher velocity, what's up? Let's see who else we got. What's up, Alpha guy? How you doing, my brother? Thanks again for the greatness that you have sent me and for pinching those piston and sleeves. I've actually got one of them already installed, and then the rest of them are basically just ready for a rainy day. Let's see, just now learning of HPS Savage release. Yeah, I heard somebody talk about it the other day, but I hadn't looked into it, and then I watched Hybrid's video today. They look really cool. Hopefully here soon I can come up with some money and get one. If not, sometime in the future, I'll be buying a used one. Jay says that's all. That's all what? The engines? I mean, I have 2 brand new in the box, not used yet. of those Dynamite 28s. But I got a lot of trucks, so I got to have a lot of engines. HPI Savage is for sale again. Yes, sir. I want one. HPI still has not started selling the 5.9 yet, even though they're selling the Savage. Wait, are you saying you can't get the engine? So I asked Hybrid, but didn't get a response. Yeah, I think he was showing that A-Main has them for sale. I don't know when they started or when they're supposed to start, but that's what it looked like from his video. Maybe he'll show up and give us all some insight. Yeah, and they showed that it was a Nitro Star F46 and a Nitro Star F59. Now, I always thought the F was Force, and makes me wonder, did they buy out a bunch of engines from Force before they shut down, or did they go with something different and maybe keeping the name on it? I wonder what engine exactly it is. Everything on A-Main suggests Force. Yep, that's what it looks like. Our Velocity says, "Oh my God, what is up, brother?" Let's see who makes the 5.9 with Force. It said Nitro Star F on the page. All I want is a spare 5.9 from an XL Savage. Yeah, me too. I want a spare X or K 5.9. I don't want the F49. I want the K. I have 4K 5.9s in need of love if someone needs them. I do. How do I get those? Do they have any pinch and just need to be cleaned, or are they done? Purple is better than blue. Yes, sir. Yes, finally, somebody agrees with me. Shows 4.6 and 5.9 for sale. That one of my local hobby stores, HPI isn't selling the Force made 5.9 as a separate engine. They only bought buffer stock to use in the new Savage XL. Yep, makes sense. Off the guy. I want them. We can share, because I definitely want one, if not two. Nitro Star is a new 5.9, 26 release. Yep. So Nitro Star, is that the same as Force? Oh, yeah. Yeah, definitely. If you've got a few 5.9s, I would like one, if not two. And we can figure out whatever. Let me start work on the RTR Dynamite 28. The one for the big red, I don't know. I've never tried it. Like, it's its own part number. It's not the same as like these HPIs. And I always thought the HPIs fit this. So I'm not 100% sure. We may look into that at some point. But I don't know right now. Next Level RC, what's up? Everybody, welcome Paige to the channel with his new name. Great name there, sir. Rocky Perry, what is up, my brother? I didn't realize you were the one that asked the question. I think I said you welcome my brother from another month. Thank you. Let's see. I just did a pre-order on the new Savage XL. Hopefully, we'll have it by next week. Nice. You got to let us know, brother. No, stop it, Jay. I guess I'm late to these comments. Jay, Alpha Guy does not get at them all. We're gonna split them. Just did a video. It's process and addiction. Hell yeah! I got one coming for you guys that I did this weekend. You guys are gonna enjoy the footage. Even I am impressed at the footage, and I was there doing the running. But watching the footage, I was like, "Holy crap, that's cool!" So I'm not going to give any secrets away, but the next video coming out hopefully here in the next day or two, you're going to enjoy it. I promise. Hell, you're going to go check out Higher Velocity new video once it's done processing. I just need to find a spare is all I need. My Savage 25 has the OS Max 30 VG in it. It's beautiful. Nice. Those are good engines. I was amazed with all the purple heads. Yeah, me too. When I was getting them, it's you see them individually, and you're like, oh, that's cool. But then you set them all next to each other, and it's like, oh, wow. I need cleaning back plates. Well, I've got one that will share a back plate. Grandma Vic, what's up? Happy Easter, you too. Sharing is caring, says Often Guy. I haven't seen Mama in here yet, but if she comes in, I'll let her know that you said hi. So hard to find good nitro engines in hobby stores in Australia. Yeah, the hobby stores just want to do electric. They're getting lazy, just like everything else. So, we just need enough nitro people to start demanding and getting nitro back on the shelves. There's Mama. Mama Grandma Vic says hi. That never will looking is one of a kind. You talking about this one? She was mine. Easter was great. I'll let John show y'all what's unique about it. What's going on, Big Boys Toys? Mr. Carlo, how you doing, sir? Nitrico's work, that's why I like it. Yep. So I think what Often a Guy is referring to, can anybody see something that looks different about that engine compared to most? Somewhere up here in the front. I'm sure you guys can see that. Texas in the house. What's up? All aspects. What's going on, brother? Let's see what it is. So it is a Novarossi rolling, and it says 7 Transfert off-road technology. That's what it says right there. But it's got an offset carburetor, if you can't tell. I'm gonna get a Jado Nitro Revo, but the distributors won't import Traxxas Nitro as Australia anymore. Lazy. That's all it is. They're lazy. These are the hard part for me to find for Savages, mostly because of cost. Yeah, it's hard to find good ones cheap. But I tell you what, the Alpha 28 black, you can get pull start or roto start or sealed backplate. Reasonably priced and good engine. So yeah, it's a good engine to look into for your Savage, brother. Yes, sir, Jay. The offset carb. So it's offset for on road, like a certain chassis. Are you asking or telling? Because I'm not 100% sure. Are Argus engines any good? Yes, they're basically like a. They're the same as Alpha, made by Alpha. I think they even still make some racing engines. I could be wrong, but I think so. Yeah, it says off-road on it. Yep. So you guys can see that. All right. Right there. Off-road. Maybe that's blurry. Wait and see what the computer shows me. See if you guys can actually read that. Oh, yeah, you can see that. So I turned it into the glare. How about this? Can you see that better? There's a delay. guess I'm getting too close. How about now? Yeah, there now you can see it. My Nitro got my local harvest showed me an Argus 20 with a roto strut. Oh yeah, yeah, good engines. That doesn't mean that you're not going to have issues or whatever the case is, but to my knowledge, they're good engines. I hear a lot of people, really like them for especially in the racing scene. I've seen a few at the track, so we'll dive into this one first. This has 6 screws in the head. And then often got, like I was saying, I got a good flathead screwdriver. This is a Klein number 1. Good screwdriver for couldn't tell that I was in the screw. Fold down in there. Plug it in there. Yes, Grandma, it is a purple engine and it is purdy. Just traded for a 15cc gasoline 2-stroke. Hopefully I'll transfer my 5.9 Truckzilla to a Truckzilla octane. Nice. Yes, Novarossi approved tool. Let's make sure all these are broke loose. Pretty sure off the guy said he sent it loose. But I'll get one of these screws out and show you. Yeah, if you don't have the proper flathead for these for the screws that come out of these Novarossis, you're gonna have a hard time. So definitely make sure you got a good screwdriver that fits the screw. Come on out there. It's gonna make me take all the screws out before I get one. JW, what's up? I seen you did pretty good in your race. Did you finally make it through without blowing up a clutch belt? I don't mean that in a bad way, but it seems like you blowed up a couple of them. I'm rooting for you, bro. I mean, I've done a couple myself. No shame. It happens. Okay, there we go. So yeah. So you got these. These are trademark Novarossi screws. You want to make sure that your screwdriver, of course, makes it down into the bottom, but also is, fits the screw. You get one that's too small, you're just going to strip it. So if you're working on a Nova, make sure you have a good flathead for sure. And Klein makes really good screwdriver that fits like it's supposed to. So come on, get in the screw and turn it. Oh, I think I'm trying to turn a screw that's not there anymore. It's on the table. Got a few of those purple-headed monsters. Yes, sir. Everybody needs one or two of them for sure. I was never really much of a purple kind of person, but when it comes to RC engines, this shade of purple, whether it's the Novarossi, which is one of the things that I like about the Novarossis, other than the fact that they're just good engines, but whether it's the Novarossi or the Savage, like this shade of purple is just amazing. And I like the detail that Novarossi puts in their stuff, and then the way they make it low profile by literally dropping it down around the block by a few fins. Love the way they built their engines. Too bad they're not still around as Novarossi. I hope that the new crew gets things figured out and creates some badass engines. One thing I like about Novarossi, they always show you where the back is with these arrows or with these dots, and it looks like this one even has an arrow on it. And of course, they got their signature in it. There's a 28030 is the code on it. And she's tight. Come on. Give it to me. Give it up. Come on. Got a nice little sealing gasket around them, helps keep the dirt out. Nice and clean. This is just like the, oh no, there they are. Okay, so these are silver head shims. I thought it was like that K46 and doesn't come with shims. Am I wrong? Oh, yeah, there's a shim in there. I'm just going to leave it alone though. Oh, looks like I'm missing some messages here. Was in the middle of refreshing and didn't hear you. Didn't hear what? That one beautiful purple Novarossi. I love her. This makes two of the Novarossis. The other one I have is like a cheap $100 pull start 3-port. Best engine I've ever had. Never failed to start. Never. I don't think it ever even shut off on me. Like it was just the most reliable engine I've ever had. I did have the Rex 28.9 or 28.7 or 28.8, and that thing, I don't know what was up with it. It broke in really good and then created an air leak somewhere that I couldn't find, and I just couldn't get it to run right. Let's see. We never have the race outcome that we want. Just came and say hi before I left. Have to take my daughter home. All right, Grandma, thanks for coming and joining us. Appreciate it. Have a good night. And tell Hugh we said hello. Rossi was just art. That wasn't just art, but it was really good art. Standard plug? Well, there's no washer in there. I can't do it with just my hand. What does it say? It says P3. I think that's a P3 turbo plug, if I'm not mistaken, but I can't break it loose just holding it in my hand. Got a Rex Legend. I don't know if I'm ever going to use it. It's brand new. I mean, either way, whether you hang on to it or you run it, they're badass. I just wish I could have gotten mine going. Yeah, we miss you too, Grandma. Come see us more often. Factory test Nova Mega SX21 modded by Mario Rossi. It's as rare as hen's teeth. Had 2 pillow balls pop out. Damn, I can pull the arms. Replace 2 lower arms as well. Damn, Having all kinds of issues with that Mugen. I love the Mugen, but you know they do have their issues every once in a while. Paige says Turbo, Turbo. Novarossi is the best starting engine I've had. Knock on wood. It's never failed to start. Yep, same here. John Bishop, what's up? How you doing? Appreciate you. Let's see, where is... I need to get... So I have another 25 block here that struggling to get it out. I tried it once. I didn't heat it up. I just put some WD-40 in it to soak, but we're not gonna mess with it now. But that other one, I let it soak with some WD-40, and then I finally got it to pop up. I got it out, but it was, I mean, the piston was sliding through it. I don't think there's any chance for repinching it. So we just salvaged what we could for spare parts. Yeah, this is my engine tear downer flywheel. This flywheel's probably been on more engines than any other flywheel in history. All right, see, I won't mess with that at a later date. I got a few 25s left to tear down. I hope that one of them gives me the sleeve and quits fighting me. All right, so I guess I need the collet because there is no collet on there. You gotta be careful when you're doing this because it likes to roll over while you're doing this and you stab yourself with the screwdriver or do like with that. But stick it in that little slot, separate it, and give it a little twist and a push. And this is just to try to get this sleeve out. I'm pretty sure it'll come out a lot easier than those 25s do. Yeah, I was pushing it hard. I bet you were. I never pulled the crankshaft out of the engine, bro. I'm not worried about the crankshaft. It's a damn sleeve. I stutter on my keyboard a lot. That's all right. Ooh, it's one of those heads with the little dimple in it for more combustion. All right, let's see if we can get some zip ties to do the magic trick here. Let's see. Oh, nice and easy. So refreshing after all those engines that give me all the problems, except I just pushed it back down in there. Piston dimple. I haven't decided what we're going to do with this engine yet. Oh, every time I pull this out, it goes back down. Stop it. Slide you in there. Oh, of course. Oh, I can't pull it out. So I got to release it a little bit. No. don't you do it. Oh, got a little ring there. I was able to get my fingernail in there. Look at there. Slide right on out. Ooh, that's pretty. Holy shit. Woo. Woo. Wow. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So it's a 7-port with 2 boosters and then 3 exhausts. And I have no idea what these are called. I've never seen so many holes in a sleeve before. Here, get a little closer. Let me zoom in down here in the light so you guys can see what we got going on here. So we'll start right here. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 with 2 booster ports. And then we've got 3 ports for the exhaust and not a clue. One of these 3 spots here is open and then these 2 on the sides. So I don't know. Oh, and it's even got extra little, I don't know what you call them, something. We'll just call them something because we really don't know. Man, that's pretty. It's like somebody tried to take that screw off with the wrong screwdriver. Mine fits it perfectly. I've had some pretty tight Novarossi screws that I've gotten out with this screwdriver. Like anybody that truly needs a good flathead, whether you're doing RCs or whatever, the number 1, number 2 doesn't matter. This Klein is the shiznits. That piston up out of the way. Yeah, this is one of those engines you got to be careful with. Peeling off that back plate, it's got a hell of a skirt groove in it, or whatever you want to call it. Eric Lund, what's up? Send it to me. What? Still like coated wire instead. Yeah, I don't have any coated wire. Do you know anybody in MD that works on RC cars? MD talking about Maryland? Got a lot going on. I like having a lot going on. Have y'all done your nitro motor yet? Huh? Sorry, Eric, I'm not 100% sure what you're saying there. Have you all done running your nitro motor yet? I don't know what ABDO is supposed to be, but running motor oil, or some. Not sure what you're asking, bro. Wait till you see that crankshaft. Yeah, I know. Higher velocity is extreme. Can't count that high. Relief cuts on the rod. Oh, in the side, in the bottom of the side. I got you. It's a long stroke engine for a truggy. Can't beat a good Klein screwdriver. True that. I'm not sure if this is a dumb question. As a recent nitro newbie, how does the number of ports affect engine performance? So this is the way I understand it. On the on-road cars, they run constant, like they're constant full throttle with them. So their higher ports allows more fuel through, helps keep it cooler. Off-road, you see them as small as 3 ports. Power-wise, from the way that, what was it? Is it EB Mods? The guy that passed away, I think that was his name, or W Mods, RW Mods. The the way he explained it was the amount of ports doesn't matter in your power. It's all about the timing of the cuts. So like up and down in the sleeve where the cuts are and where it lets the fuel in. So like this one starts a little lower than that one. Um, that's where a lot of your power comes from, is within the timing of it. I'm no expert on it. We'll leave that to the pros, but that was the gist of it that I got. And it's not a dumb question. There are no dumb questions here, bro. That's all I use when I did my journeymanship. What was that? Oh, Klein? Yep, that's all I like. Take it easy, higher velocity. Appreciate you, bro. Lane Ducks in the house. What's up? Just put after run motor oil. RC. I put after run oil in them. Yes, sir. More parts equal better scavenging. Helps move fuel in and out. Yes. You're welcome, Australiano. Yeah, in Maryland. I don't know anybody in Maryland, of course. I actually, one of my first travel jobs was in Hagerstown, Maryland. It's really cool, pretty scenery over there. I enjoyed it. Transfer fuel and air throughout the engine better. Yep. Helps keep them a little cooler, too. Like I was saying, for the on-road stuff, because they run wide open, full throttle. I tell you what, Bishop, if you really need somebody to work on it, and it'd be cool content for the show, you can always ship it to me. I mean, I'll work on them for free. All you have to pay for is parts and shipping. I know it's easier and better to get somebody there locally. I'm just saying, if you need, I will help you out. Whew, we'll do that. All right, on to the business end of things. Let's see this badass little piston. So we're going to check this a couple of different ways. So it still has some pinch. Like it's tight to that point. And then when we put it back together, we'll see if it rotates on its own weight. A couple different ways you can check the pinch in those. Ooh, that's pretty. Oh, let me get down here in the light and zoom in. Still can't see it. Well, trying to show you before I pull it out. There we go. I get the right angle. How many slugs do you see in there? You guys can see on the screen better than I can see on the phone. Hell yeah. 3 slugs. Yep. Some info so I can send you my RC car. Will do, brother. Have we talked on Messenger? Like I'm in the Nitro gang. I'm in a lot of different deals, but just look up John Downs. Hit me up in Messenger, and we'll definitely exchange some information. Because what kind of car is it? Extra exhaust ports underneath the main exhaust releases gas that it didn't exhaust. Ah, nice. Thank you. Hell yeah. All right, so let's pull this monstrosity back off. Make sure we use our channel locks the right direction. Always love it when newbies turn the channel locks around. Teeth are meant to grip one direction. And no, that's not a English band. Yeah, John, I'd definitely be more than willing to help out. I like working on RCs, especially nitros. I think it's fun. Like a lot of people say, it's soothing. Makes me feel good and keeps me occupied. Being that I'm on the road, family's not here, gives me something to do, and it makes for good content. So often guy says he never pulled that out, but that thing slid right out, no problem. Now it's not DCL coated, or is it DLC? Diamond something coating, DLC, but it does have a nice Nice little shark tooth or fin or whatever they call it. A nice cut there. It's not ramped with silicone. Oh, I'm not even in camera. I apologize. So yeah, there's no ramp. 3 slugs. Nice little ramp there. And also, like the timing of the way that this is set up. So sometimes these will be offset your pin. This one looks like it's pretty much straight in line with the channel. And some brands have a smaller opening. Some brands have a bigger opening. And that has to do with like your low end, your high end, all kinds of different things go with that. So it looks like this has been modded. Looks like it's been ground off there, probably worked there. I'd say somebody modded it a little bit. And when it comes to these, it doesn't look like anybody's modded this. Otherwise, you'd see like fangs running down these little grooves here, usually. It's usually what people do whenever they mod them. But I'm probably going to see if I can get this pinched. Because, I mean, you can't doubt very seriously you can find any parts for that. Let's see here. I thought it was something to do with the gases being pushed through more, but smaller holes giving it more power. I mean, it just depends on who you talk to. And RB Mods, he was really good at it, and he was kind of like a pioneer. Correct me if I'm wrong on that off the guy, but he was a very intelligent guy when it came to these little engines. And you can watch his videos. It's from a few years back, but he was talking about people trying to port these and put more holes in them, and basically saying that the amount of holes don't matter. It's the timing of the holes. And then, yeah, all these extra little deals it's going to push the fuel in. It's going to ionize it, atomize it, whatever those words are. Too big for me. And then, yeah, those little grooves in the piston or in the sleeve is where the rod swings back and forth. They are turbo cuts. Hell yeah. RCs equals keeping me off the street. Yep. Jay says, I will fix anything as well, but that means shipping to Canada. That means a lot of money, too. Now, John, you can ship it up there all you want. I'm not gonna deny, or I'm not gonna say anything bad about anything, but it's probably cheaper shipping to send it here. And a Hyper 7, I've never messed with a Hyper 7, so that would be extremely fun for me to work on for you. And I'll strip that thing all the way down to nothing, clean every part, put it back together, rebuild it for you, and fix whatever needs to be fixed. Do you know what's wrong with it? Big boy had to poop, but he is back. Yes. Jay has lots of Hyper 7s. Jersey Joe RC, what's up? How you doing, bro? Welcome to the show. It's all factory Novarossi machining. Yeah, that's what it looks like. But these cuts here is probably done there at the factory, but you could tell it's after like the finish. They definitely did these after. It's like everything else has like that black coating to it. 117. I'm not sure if that's a part number or a date. It looks like a date, but we don't know. And then not all cranks, but some cranks even have an extra oil port here to help push oil down into the bearings. Yep, that's what I thought he meant, Hyper 7s. He's got a lot of Hyper 7s. See, he's worked on Hyper 7s, and I would like to, so send it to me. That gives me a chance to work on it. It'll be a first. AKA RPM. Hey, RPM's back. What's up, brother? Good to see you back, my friend. It's been a while. Sir Rex Welch, one of the best. Yep. I have at least 10 Hyper 7s. Wow. Let's see here. The only thing I have more than, I would say, 2 of is going to be my Savages. And I've got like 24, 25-ish. Welcome to the Nitro Addicts. Joey, Jersey, RPM. What is up, brother? Thank you for joining in the mayhem. I appreciate that, sir. Got 2 Adam Sprint 110 Nitro touring card. Brand new inbox rollers. Anyone interested? Man, that always sounds awesome. And every time I think of an on-road car, I think of limitations because I have no place to run them. Not sure what's wrong with it. It's just I can't be having it run and just make this pop noise and then cut off. What do you mean a pop noise? Again, Jersey Joe, thank you much, brother. I appreciate that. That engine has huge gas window. You got a lot of gas? What? Talking about this? Huge gas window. I don't know which one you're talking about. Hell yeah. Anybody else interested in becoming channel members? I would appreciate it. And I don't have enough members to really hand out a lot of perks. But there are some perks, and we get some more people joining the family. We'll definitely set up some more perks for everybody. Let's see. Ooh, that bearing feels good. That bearing feels good. Now, this thing's clean. Not really much that I need to do with it. Looks like off now. Cleaned it up real nice. Took good care of it. And the person you got it from took really good care of it. So we're not going to really do much with this. That's odd. I don't know if you guys can see down in there. I'm not used to seeing the hole to the carburetor offset like that. I mean, hence the fact that this isn't offset carburetor engine, but that's just pretty cool. I think you guys can kind of see that little opening down in there. Let's see. That is true. Oh, and the crankshaft? Yes. Yeah, it's got a huge, I didn't know that's what you were calling the gas window. Especially compared to the Picos. Or if that's the gas window, whatever. I don't know all the different things and parts and what they're called. You guys in them fancy emojis. Now I need to upload the picture of all the engines. Ooh, that would be cool. I might change that to my my channel logo. I don't know how to explain it. It's like something like you're typing like I talk. like it's like a crack noise and then it was just cut off. So something to do with the engine, I'm assuming. Just nitro gas. I didn't clean it actually. That guy took care of his engine. He started racing in 1969. Holy shit. That is crazy. That's a long time ago. Well, yes, he took very good care of this thing. It is very clean. Again, hoping we've got some good life left in the piston and sleeve. Like, it fits up in there tight. I mean, even without, like, you can feel it getting tight down here. So, I mean, we've at least got some run left in it. We're not going to be trying to race it by any means. Oh, maybe get it pinched and then try racing it. But I found out with racing, like, you got to have a good tight pinch to get that peak performance out of it. So, here, this is for Eric. Ooh, look at that. I need some more VP Pro after run oil. I'm almost out. And when I went to look it up, I couldn't find any. So if anybody knows where I can get some, do tell. I always like to put a good amount in there. Then we're going to dribble some on here. This stuff's already so clean. I'm not going to worry about anything. We're just going to go with it. Nice and smooth. Now we're just going to put a dab down here in the good spots. Put some around there. Funny thing is, it's like all my father figures in the family, my dad, my grandpa, both grandpas, anybody that is like a manly figure in my life, they were all car mechanics. I did not want to be a car mechanic, but I love the mechanics of these little RC engines. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it. It's kind of hard to find a spot to put the oil around here. Nothing but holes. So in this has a little pin on the side. Hopefully you guys can see that. It's got the little pin groove on the side. The exhaust towards the back. Most of those pins and holes are on the back, so a little different. And slides in like butter. Slide the piston up so we can get the back plate on. I mean, this thing is just in immaculate shape, and often I talked about it for a while. I finally got to the point where I was like, just send it to me and quit telling me about it. But no, it's awesome of you, awesome guy. I owe you. We'll work it out. Thank you very much for the donation, and a very nice donation at that. So appreciate it, brother. All right, I should have put some Loctite in there. I always like to put Loctite down in the hole so it doesn't get rubbed off the threads as I'm sliding it through. But like I said, we do run this, it'll just be basically just put it in a something, fire it up and put around, just to say that we did. And one thing that I wish I had and I don't have is a genuine Novarossi pipe to go with this bad boy. So if anybody has an extra one that they would like to get rid of, I'd be willing to buy it. Or if anybody has found any online for sale, let me know. Saving the thumbnail for this live. Yes, sir. No need for the Pepto-Bismol now. Goes further up the sleeve than most. Oh, so then, yeah, it's probably, I mean, as tight as it is up there, it's probably in really good running shape. I wish I knew how many gallons he had on it. And if you say he took good care of it, then he probably wasn't running it. It doesn't look like he's running it lean or anything. So, I mean, he probably babied it. Doesn't look like he raced with it. I've seen the aftermath of engines that race. Man, they wind them things up so damn high and just scream. Half the life to an RC or to a racing engine goes to tuning, and the guy's just sitting there screaming it so they can hear it and tuning it for performance. And they said it idles for a while it's getting warm. They tune it, and then it hits the track for anywhere from, I think they're like 8-minute qualifying and then 15 to 20-minute mains, or even longer on the big races. So, I mean, all them engines ever do is just scream. Let's see. No, sir, you owe me not a thing, brother. You deserve it for hard work in the hobby. Dude, you were freaking awesome, man. Thank you, bro. I got a little something coming for you anyways. Just be my own donation to you and the family. You will see, my friend. So, again, appreciate it. Very kind of you. As far as I can tell, this is one bad mojo. And I got just the vehicle to throw it in. Even though it's probably just going to mostly sit there and do nada. But that is okay. Let's see. I like to use Marvel's Air Tool from Walmart. $3 a bottle, zero detergent. Blah, blah. Yeah, this is a air tool oil and a transmission oil are some of the best oils for after run because they are meant to keep moisture out. So, yes. But man, I love the smell of that VP oil. I don't know what it is. Winter's on its way. You're going to winter. We're going into summer. Well, it's already. Today was nice. It was in like the 70s and cloudy and wind blowing cold. It was great, but we're averaging 90, 95. Man, lucky Australiano getting the new 5.9 coming. Love the sound of screaming engines. Oh, trust me, I could do a full race day filming just walking around from pit to pit, nothing but screaming engines. Man, it'd make a great video. I just never have time because I'm always trying to get my stuff ready. And every time I want to film, it's such a cram. And like last time, I didn't have a pit guy. So literally there was a guy down in the pits that was doing like 3 different, pitting for 3 different people. And we couldn't do the down and quiet because there wasn't enough people. It's hard to find people to help you work the pits when you don't have a permanent pit guy. Like I need an electric friend or just somebody that just wants to pit, hang out, and not race. It's hard to find that. Nice platform design. Deserves a nice power plant, brother. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I got just a spot for it, too. So, we're definitely very appreciative of the donation, my friend. Come on. She is a tight fit, and I'm trying to make sure I got it lined up straight, which this damn O-ring does not want to stay put. Okay, so here's the back end. Turn it that way. This goes on. Trying to make it so I don't have to spin it at all once we get it in there. The O-ring does not want to stay put. Ah! Yes! Kind of a pain in the butt. But that O-ring's a very nice touch. I love how Novarossi would do that. I have another engine that has a seal on it like that. Which engine was that? It's not the Reds. Man, which one was it? I had another one that did that, but I can't remember. Let's see. I want that front to back. I think we'll read it out the back side like that. Doesn't really matter which way this part goes on as long as it's front to back, because there's holes in this side and there's holes in this side to let the air flow through. You go turn it sideways, you're not going to get any airflow and your engine's going to be warmer. So always make sure you got your head lined up properly. All right. And it's got these cutouts here and up here. So it allows the carburetor to set in there, and then back here it allows the exhaust, but it's cut out way more over to the side. Thank you, brother. We definitely appreciate everything. Hey, man, thank you much, man. I do this for everybody's enjoyment. I'm going to do it for myself anyway, so might as well hang out with some really cool people while we do it. So thank you guys for hanging out. Glad you're appreciative. It's boring working on stuff by yourself, even though we're going to do it anyway. So anytime we can do it with friends, it's just that much better. I don't like having 6 screws up here, though. 4 is enough. 4 is a lot. Or 6 is a lot. I need to get something off my computer screen. Get out of there. What the hell's going on? Those little holes under the exhaust releases negative pressure under the piston as well. Thank you, thank you. Learn something new every day about these. That's pretty cool. I got something from work popping up on my computer. WBL Toys, what's up? How you doing, brother? Need to get in the way of the messages. Get off of the screen. Thank you. It's a lot of money, but those Savages look awesome fun. Dude, I'm telling you, once you play with a Savage, I mean, you'll be addicted. I'm not saying that there's anything wrong with any other platform. They're all great, but very, very addicting. Once you play the Savage, you won't want to play anything else. And look what I found on eBay. 2 different purchases from 2 different buyers, but at one point I couldn't find any Dynamite air filter oil. So when I saw 2, I picked them both up. Man, WBL's got a nice Losi LST2 with some cool RPM. I think it had a LRP on it, if I'm not mistaken. Good looking LST2, man. Little holes in the exhaust release. let's see. Just checking out the comments. Look under the cooling head. It has a cutout. What do you mean a cutout? If I forget, just remind me. Remind you what? To send me a message. Don't forget to send me a message. I'll shoot you my address. And we shall go from there. And I'll let you know when we're going to mess with it. So if you got time, you can stop by. You talking about these cutouts under here? And look, I don't know how well you guys can see that little cutout under there. Let's see. Lame Duck says the Nitro Addiction. When you find that afterrun all by 4. Oh, I know, man. I can't find any more of that. Well, not on eBay, anyways. I need to look directly at their site, but it's good stuff. It doesn't get all gummy like some of them. I've had some of them sitting for like 2 years with that in it, and they still spin freely. Like I said, I love the smell of it. Some of it stinks really bad, but that's really nice. That's nice. Watched Texas Hill yesterday. He put an overall 21 on a Mugen MTX4. That thing is an 80 mile per hour bullet. It was T2 single speed LRP 21. Yeah, I forgot. He's looking for a second speed gear if anybody has one. I use ATF for afterrun. Yeah, is that the air compressor or is that transmission? I still have my whole bottle of that VP Pro afterrun oil. Oh, must be nice, brother. I've rebuilt a lot of engines that you guys have seen over the last couple years, and this has lasted me through quite a few engines. I think 90% of the engines that I rebuilt, I've used that because I didn't have much of the other stuff left. Actually, good price you would pay $1,000 from A-Main without shipping, but you can get it right now from A-Main. How long do you have to wait for yours? Or Air Tool. Okay. Air Tool oil, I get you. LST as well. Yeah, you need to donate that to the show too, often guy. We'll put it to use. You found them, yes. Found what? Sorry, I say a lot of different things and I don't know what you're referring to. I bought a brand new spare Kyosho KE21 engine recently. Nice. Does anyone know how I make it fit HPI WR8? I've never messed with either. Probably just need the right engine mount. Should bolt right to it. Just got it broke in. Don't want to run a T-Max anymore. Trans oil? Yeah, they say trans oil is some of the best because of its moisture reducing properties or moisture blocking properties, whatever. All right, let's see here. So everything is pretty much back on it. Carburetor's good. Make sure this is good and tight. Actually, it's going to go in like a buggy or a truggy. This thing needs to. Man, usually you got to tap those pinch bolts over to the side. Not this guy. There we go. That's how it fits on a racer. And then we go to fit it in something, which we may do here in the near future. We'll probably turn that needle around, or that nipple. But I've seen people hook up the fuel on like this. There we go. Oh, one thing I was going to check. So, and one of the guys at the track was telling this, which I've known this before, but this is a good way to tell how much life you got in it. You know, if that thing just falls over, even if you can't push it all the way to the top, then you need a repinch. Holding its weight like this, I would say this is good. Now, for how long, I don't know. But, I mean, turn that thing completely horizontal and it's not rolling over on itself. That thing just bloop and pushes the piston through just by its weight. That's pretty heavy. I mean, I can even feel how tight it is doing that. Look at it, it springs back. And I don't like cranking it over to hear the pop. I don't like pushing it through any more than than it needs to be. But you can get it up there to where it's just starting to get its compression, and then that'll tell you, what kind of a seal you're getting. But anyways, so there we have that. Let's see if I can get this plug. I think this is a Novarossi P3, if I'm not mistaken. OS, or not, I said Novarossi. I meant OS, and yes, that is correct. It is an OS P3, and looks like it's pretty new. It works. And remember, just because it lights up doesn't mean that it's going to hold, keep the engine running, but it's a good sign because it will still light up once that tungsten in there is burnt up. I think that's what it is. Is it the tungsten or the titanium coating or something? No, I can't remember. You want to make sure it's started nice and clean, because I felt it catch, and then I looked and it was still sticking halfway up, so I was getting it cross-threaded, but I didn't put any pressure on it. So you always want to make sure you got it nice and straight before you start cranking on it. But anyways, there's a badass Novarossi right there. I would say that was probably a $300 to $400 engine when it was brand new. I could be wrong, but I would say probably close to that. Next time you see this, it will be in a truggy or buggy. Let's see here. Plus ETF has lots of detergents. Now it's ready for me, says JP. Oh, I know you want it, brother. I already gave you a P4, I think it was. Come with that blue Techno. Get better as well. Ooh, that's a good thing. Back in the 50s, nearly 6 transmission fluid is used for two-stroke oil in motorcycles, snowmobiles, and Saab even used it in the Sonnet two-stroke car they used to make. Nice. Do you use Loctite on your actual engine backplate? So, yes, I use Loctite here. I don't use Loctite here. I used to. And then I found out one day that if that stuff slides up through the shims, it'll create like a space, and then you start blowing oil out the side, and you got to take it apart and fix it, or it doesn't run right. As long as you check them every so often and make sure they're cranked down, will stay good. But these always tend to work their way out, so I do Loctite these. And if you didn't see it a few minutes ago, I did put Loctite on this. 2 tips from JP in one day. I'm gonna start using ATF. Oh yeah, I've always heard ATF oil is good. Big Boy's Twist is platinum. It works great and it's cheap for sure. Haven't ran that Ron. I was going to put him off from Truggy, but bought the new ZX28 Pico for it. Well, I'm glad you didn't, brother. More runtime for me. The OSP3 is 24 karat gold plated. Now, there is a 24 karat gold plated OSP3, but I think it's called the Ultra or something like that. So, yes, you are correct. But at the same time, OSP3, no gold. So, yes, there are gold plugs. I think they're Ultra, if I'm not mistaken. I could be wrong. I've used them a couple times. They're good plugs. And if you watch Adam Drake talk about them, he runs the gold, and he said their only difference is the gold will last a little bit longer. He didn't say how much longer. He just said a little bit longer. Other than that, there's no difference. But, of course, lasting a little bit longer is a good thing. Gold plug filament is platinum. Yes, sir. That's what I thought you were saying. Thank you for that. Tradejet F46. What? If you throw in that LST, we'll think about it. You're going to put that in your race buggy? No, I don't want to race it because I can't, you can't find parts for that. Racing's too hard on them. We'll see how it runs. If it needs a pinch, we'll see about getting it pinched. But I just want it in like a shelf queen, something that may get run every once in a while. Definitely not going to race it. I would love to. That would probably be a badass race engine, no doubt about it. But the fact that I can't get parts for it, hell, that company doesn't even exist anymore as it stands. It's Nova now, not Nova Rossi. If they made that sleeve and it would fit the old stuff, then yes. But the fact that it can't even get that piston and sleeve anymore, I don't want to. That, and it's, you scratch the shit out of the heads from crashing and people driving over you. Trust me, both my engine heads are scuffed up as we speak. This is just like having a golden nugget that's purple, No, definitely not going to race that. I wish I could. It would be fun. Have some gold. Comments are rolling. Have some gold-plated O'Donnell plugs. Ooh, those are nice. Weird. What, that it's... You thought all the OSP3s were gold? I'm pretty sure they say Ultra. But, yes, you were not mistaken. But the Gold Samurai, I think it is. Haven't tried it yet, though. Yeah, they're just like Samurais are badass plugs. For sure. What's the name of the group that you follow on Facebook for us? Are you part of the Nitro gang with Hybrid? I'm definitely in there. I'm in a bunch of different groups, a couple of Savage groups. Are you in any RC groups? Let's see. Should be here mid-April. Ooh, nice. Possibly even later this week. He said they just arrived in the country. I want one. I have a few gold OS Max plugs. Is that what they are? OS Max instead of Ultra? Paid $30 for the P3 my Orion Watch 12. Holy shnikes. Yeah, they are a little more expensive. I think from when I was looking them up, they were like 18 a piece, and the silver ones were like 13 a piece. But I buy them by the dozen for like $100. So that's about $8 or $9 a piece. When you're going through them like I do for racing, um, buying them dozen at a time is a lot cheaper. And then I have a bunch of plugs that still have a lot of life left in them, but I always put in a new plug on race day. Um, get it warmed up and kind of broken in through the qualifying, make sure it's good, and then use it for the race. And then I'll swap it out. And then, so I've got a whole little compartment full of used plugs that I'm just going to use for like practice and just running around. But I don't want a plug that's possibly going to shit out on me during a race. You just never know. I hate that. I try to roll up 2 messages and it goes all of them. We will talk on that one. I know, Jay. You really want, man. That's gonna be hard to. I, that'd be hard to come off of right there, brother. I mean, if there's always, nothing's ever out of range, right? But man, I at least want to run it. But yeah, we'll definitely talk, brother. That's going to take some convincing. So I ordered the WR8 Ford Escort Nitro through them. The stock was in the store within a week. That's a good sign. Couldn't find a sleeve anywhere for it, bro. I looked for a year. I bet. Lowest speed engines look like shit. They were raced. Yeah, I mean, my 83's all scratched up. Not too bad, but they're scuffed. Even my FX has a couple of scratches in it. Want to have experience with Racer Edge Platinum Iridium Surefire plugs? No, sir. I've heard of them. Don't know much about them. They don't tell you, man, when you get that Savage Australiana, you're going to love it. Really, who has the money to buy their sleeves to see if you can find one to fit? Yeah, you got to know the measurements on it, and it's hard to find something that fits, Let's see. So if you look up my name, John Downs, Downs, on Facebook, you'll see a black Savage with street wheels on it for the thumbnail, for my profile picture. So if you want, look for that real quick, see if you can find it, and if not, come back and let me know, and we'll figure something out. But I know there's probably a lot of John Downs out there, but I'm probably going to be the only one with a Savage for the profile. Does McCoy still make plugs? I don't know. I have a couple of McCoy, but I don't think they do. Just don't buy them off Amazon. Don't buy anything like that off of Amazon. I'm not saying Amazon's like bad, but there's a lot of knockoff stuff on there to be cheap. And yeah, you got to be careful, especially for something like nitros and you want them to run. So cheap plug could run an engine for sure. Yep. Use the Reds T4 plugs. Great plugs. Nothing wrong with Reds plugs. Hobbies are straight. Man, I hate that. I try to go a couple of freaking messages and it goes all the way. Let's see. I use hot or ultra hot plugs. Yep, I use those P3s are hot. They're good. And don't change them for the weather. Like keep the same plug in there. It's all in like the tune and I think like the percentage of fuel that you use. There's some videos out there on it, but yeah, don't change your plugs around just because of the temperature outside. Hot and ultra hot are great plugs. Cold plugs are for on road. Because like I said earlier, you got that throttle that's wide open constantly. So they run a colder plug. I think RB Mods talked about that as well. I could be wrong. Heard that somewhere. If there's any on-road guys in here, let us know if I'm right or wrong. I can't get it in the hole. I have a Cox 049 that uses a P3 turbo plug. Man, that one's in there tight. Keep getting Temu pop-up ads. On here, we don't need no Temu junk. I mean, if you just like a lot of stuff, quantity over quality, I guess there's nothing wrong with Temu. I like quality over quantity. Jay says, often guy might be mad at me. Why could you try to take this Nova? Cox engines are original Nitro right there. I've never had the Cox engines, but I hear they're pretty good. Yes, I think Cox started it all. Nitro, you should see the modified Nova Rossi I got from the same guy and the RB with matching pipe. I met him locally, and I got there late to the show. Hey, man, if you want to send me another Nova, go for it. I won't complain. 150 different Cox engines. What? You're sitting on 150 Cox engines? What the? That's a lot of engines. I'm not that guy. Plugs are the worst on Amazon. Yes, Amazon, it's kind of like going to Harbor Freight, right? There's certain things that, you're going to get a good deal on and that it's going to work for you. And then there's certain things that, it's cheap for a reason and you should stay away from it. Plugs on Amazon would be that. Dynamite, 28. Badass engines. I mean, as you guys saw that El Camino that I painted, that purple and gray El Camino, that thing is a wheelie monster. Now, this thing just started spinning when I went to wipe it, so I don't know exactly which way was to the rear. Unless often guy put a scratch back here. Often guy, did you put a little scratch line in there to know where the back is? Oh, yeah, John, nice Savage Bash video. Hey, thanks, brother. I appreciate that, man. Had a lot of fun doing it. I got a pretty cool one coming out in the next few days. You guys are going to enjoy it. I promise. I was trying to edit through it, and I just got stuck on watching it, and I couldn't do anything with it. I was just watching it. Next thing you knew, I was running out of time. But thank you. And you're really going to enjoy this next one. But I'm glad you enjoyed that one as well. Oh, found the shims. So there's 3 shims with that. One still on there. Dude, that's a clean head right there. It looks like this head is never Never seen fuel. I don't know that to be a fact. She clean. Oh, thank you. This is a great paint job. I appreciate that. I keep losing the damn wing on the back, though. So I need to figure out a way to, one, not flip it. Two, to make sure that wing's good. But thank you, man. I appreciate it a lot. I get all my plugs from a local hobby or A-Main. Not dealing with eBay or Amazon for plugs. Yeah, the local hobby store here that I go to doesn't. Oh, look at that! I can pull that out with my finger. Not very often you can do that. The local hobby store here doesn't really have plugs, so that's a 4-port with a 4+2, 2 booster ports. They had like some old stuff. I didn't recognize any of it. None of these cool names that we're talking about. I don't know what they have, but I mean, OSP3 plugs or OSP3 plugs, doesn't matter where you get them. And like I said, off eBay, I get 12 packs for $100, like 107 shipped. So still less than $10 a plug. When you go through them as much as I do, you need a little bit of a discount. Now that we're getting a new layout tomorrow, you need to come play again. I'd like to. I work too damn much. Cool plug equals large tuning window. Oh, there you go. Good point. Sorry, small. Yeah, I don't know much about that part of it. Probably right. Razor's Edge Surefire number 3 are on sale, $2.50 each at Dollar Hobbies. You know, maybe try one. I wouldn't buy a whole bunch of them, thinking you're gonna have a lot of fun though. I want cold plugs in my on-road engines. Yep, that's the way I was always told. They're for the on-road engines because they run full throttle all the time. But like, I've never had an on-road. I was thinking at one point about getting an on-road to put in my buggies for when I do my little parking lot runs and stuff. I don't know if it means anything or not. But I think it just means you can run them wide open more. Might still be hard on the rod, but for temperature purposes. That's right, exactly, brother. Cold plugs on a basher is money, money, money. Never mind. I want two there. You want to go there? What? On-road guy. I just run what works best in the engines. I still run KB out of our plugs and a few. You know, my favorite thing is monster trucks because you can run them anywhere. That's why I like the Savages so much, and I know there's a lot of good monster trucks out there. They're all nice. Where'd the fourth one go? Oh, it's still attached to the screwdriver. They're all really nice. Savages are, for me anyways, like easier to find, easier to get a hold of, easier to find parts for, especially now that they're coming out with another one. It looked like most of the parts were the same, just the bumper was different. That's what it looks like anyways. So be sure we don't lose the pin or the spring. Stick my little pick in there. And then, no one did. Come on, get out of there. It's a big old head. That's what she said. And then, Still got some good tight pinch in there. Heck yeah, that's going to be a screamer. And again, we'll do the engine roll test. It's always a good way to check it. Doesn't mean it's not going to run if it does roll. But if you're trying to make it scream and get max performance out of it, and you're like tuning it, it just gets harder and harder. Found that out. I got a buddy that races with us. There's a few people there that pinch engines, but like he's pinched his 20 times. And I know that sounds like a lot, but he has pinched his engine 20 times and it still runs. And he's like, I'm just trying to see what I can get out of it and see what it takes to blow it up, which doesn't mean that he like overdoes it. He's just seeing how many times he can pinch it and how much he can get out of it before it blows up. Good and oily, nice and clean. Often, guy, it looks like you clean this up real nice. Love it, brother. Bearing feels smooth. Oh yeah. Drop a little bit of after-on oil in there and put her back together. T-shirt says, "Real men like to play with their cocks." Oh man, I want one. Got oil on there. Not worried about dropping any more on that. That's some funny shit, bro. Cool plugs are for rookies and bashers. The same as the Offer 28. Probably. There's some out of bar plugs like that. I mean, aren't Dynamite and the Off now? I mean, aren't they all kind of like made by Force or SH, one of those? Mr. Savage live streams. Hey, we're getting back to it, man. I got something coming. Just don't make me give away all my secrets. You want to see a big old pile of mess, and then all of a sudden it's whole again, huh? Often guy says it's been ran before. I can tell. I'm gonna take a warm shower. All right, no pooping in the shower, big boys. I think it's important to support the local hobby stores for supplies where they don't bring it in. Yeah, if they have it. The one down here by me, they got an indoor electric track tent scale, so that's what most of their store is at in Traxxas. They have a little bit of nitro stuff and some 8th scale stuff, but not much. 30% fuel runs cooler and cleaner, bro. My engines come apart like that. Nice. Except the Savage 25. Like 30 and 20. You know, higher oil than 12. Yeah, too much oil is not good. That stupid basher fuel is the worst. Yep, just watch Hybrids videos on the Savage. Hybrid cracks me up. He's so funny. That's one thing that's hard for me to do on camera is being funny like that. Like here in the live, when I'm actually communicating with you guys is one thing, but if I'm making a video, it's hard for me to just come up with stuff and say things. But like, you know, he's good at it. I'm in videos. I sound like I don't know what the hell I'm talking about, or like I can't talk, you know. Yeah, Hybrid's good at that stuff. But here talking live with you guys, it seems to be a lot easier for me. Nice golden tinge. Make sure your little oil port is clear. Make sure we get some oil inside there. all around. Give it to me. She's in. She's in like Flint. Hi, Brad. What's up, brother? Excuse me. We were just talking about you. SH all the same. JP is correct. Yep. That's what I thought. What is going on, brother? Let's see here. Engines and joined up. You saw that beautiful conglomerate of purple? Here. Check that out. If you want to see the internals, you can rewind a little bit. She's a beauty. This is a 7 Transfert off-road technology is what this engine is. We'll give this here a little bit of lube so it slides in nice and easy. Inside and outside. Yeah, I really wish they'd bring those old purple engines back. I'd buy a few of them. I'm glad that I found the ones that I did. They're hard to find, and when you do find them, they're expensive. But, oh, come on. Get all the way in there. I don't think I got it in there straight. Of course, I took the deal off. Come on. Yeah. That's what I'm talking about. There we go. Now she's in like Flynn. I got my oily fingers all over it. Savage Reserve back, bro. Same chassis, but different color and a bit cheaper. Yep. I watched your video earlier, brother. I would love to get one. But right now it's yeah, I'd have to save up for it. $550 isn't too bad for brand new. Yeah, when I got mine in 14, it was $450. So with inflation, $100, not bad. Cheaper than the new Revo now. There's a new Revo. Rolling RR with offset carb design. Oh yeah, I forgot to show you that as well. Offset carb. It's gonna make it weird for tying in. It's gonna be more likely be over a little bit further on the whatever hooks up the linkage to the throttle. But I don't know. Either way, it's all good. I'm surprised they didn't raise prices. They dropped them. Probably because not enough people would buy the last one. Like if I could afford it, I would have definitely. But they jacked up the prices. But I'm excited to see some videos on them, and then maybe one day I'll be able to get one. Down in there. Needle knows where it goes, right there. Okay. And everything seemed nice and clean. There's a O-ring in there. I can feel it. It's getting tight. So I can tell that there's an O-ring in there to help seal that. Just a little dab of oil on there. Help it seal. For me, I don't buy stuff just for show. I only buy stuff would normally buy regardless of YouTube. Since I got a ton of savages already, I'm not sure. Hey man, it's just like anything else. When the new one comes out, you gotta get it. But no, I understand. Me, I get things that I like. Some things I think about how well of a show it's gonna make, but I don't get them just for the show. If I did that, man, I'd have all kinds of stuff. The on-road cars, all the different monster trucks that are hard to find. There's a lot of stuff I'd like to have, but I get the stuff that I like. And one thing about the Savage is I can find parts. But I tell you what's hard to find: the old school bodies. Was a year, 2 years ago when I was in the other apartment and I was getting all those bodies, 40, $50 shipped. Shit, right now it's hard to find any of them, and the ones you do find, people are stupid on the prices. And when I say stupid, I mean there's a couple of them you can get for $100. The ones they're trying to sell for $225 and $300, man, they're just turning it into stupidity and pissing people off with that kind of stuff. Like, man, I hate when people do that. It's not like it's Legos. You want stuff to triple in value, go buy Legos. The freaking body for a Savage, that is just stupid. Like, some of them you can find, but man, hard to pay that kind of price for it for sure. I did find a couple cool ones though, and here pretty soon I'd like to get them coming this way. WBO says I gotta have one. Yeah, I want one, but I'm like, if I didn't have 25 Savages, then I'd be like, I gotta have one now. Kind of like with that 21 that I sold off the Nitro Pimp. Like, I already got a bunch of Savages. It was cool having it, but I wasn't about to open that box. Not every day you see a sealed Savage box 25 years old, and now you don't see that one anymore because it's open sitting on a shelf. So it says I have 11 5 runners, a rescue basket. I never owned a new Savage, but I'm definitely considering it. Savage I one from NITRO Addiction, one of the best ever too. Oh, thanks, bro. Tried to make sure it was nice and clean and run properly. So I'm glad you like it. Man, I wish I would have completed that other body without messing up the paint on it. But I'm glad you like it. So yeah, Lame Duck, if you're still watching, I put some Loctite on these screws. If not, that back plate will vibrate them out for sure. Thank you for the very kind words there, Hybrid. Appreciate it, man. You know what they say, it ain't no fun if they ain't right. Damn, this is weird. Like, usually these screw holes, there's the head is like all, these are like actual holes, but this only holes down at the bottom. The rest of it's open, so it's hard to line up the screw. Get out of there. Get out of there. So as you can see, there's no like slots for me to just drop them down in. It's like an open channel. Get in there. But can't complain about these Dynamite 28s. Thing's a beast. Still got 2 of them brand new sitting in the box. Reading some comments here. Put O-rings on all my pull starts to keep oil out of the external one-way bearings so they don't slip. Oh, good idea. Now the starting shaft inside the back plate. A few original 21 Savage bodies, silver and purple. Ooh. You ever think about selling those? Mr. Next Level? Doesn't have to be in the back plate. It'll compress. Yes, pick there. Good idea. Yes, sir. You guys remember how we didn't value those cheap Dynamite 28s when they were like $100? Now I'm missing them. You know, I always heard they were good engines, and until a couple years ago, you know, when we started doing the lives, and I ended up getting a couple of these from I think it's from OG. I never really knew much about them, and then I put that one in that El Camino body, and I can't keep the front wheels on the ground. That thing is a torque monster. These things got so much low end to them, it's not funny. May not have a lot of top end speed, I don't know, but definitely a ton of torque. AT was my first Redhead 28. Bronco Renault 21 Savage. And cooling fins. Broken cooling fins. It always sucks when you break off the cooling fins. I've bent some, but I have yet to break actual cooling fin off. Yeah, we got a couple of nice little treats coming up. I got a couple Savages here that we're going to do some tearing down and rebuilding because they're filthy. They need the diffs rebuilt, and they need some shocks rebuilt. But anyways, there is our Dynamite 28. Ready to go for a Savage. To add to our collection of Savage engines. So, give you guys a little sneak peek of tomorrow. Oh, shit. What's that? But wait. Oh, man. So there's tomorrow night's fun. We're going to get them filled up and replace some shocks on the Savage. We got that purple body in that running video I just did. Let's see here. Same specs right here, Savage 462. Yep. But I had 28 Force engines and discovered they were the same identical engine internally. Think that's okay. I'm not worried about it. Blah, blah, blah. NITRO A. Show the clear package. Huh? The clear package? You mean that was in the box you sent me? Andrea's back with the Savage content. Hell to the yip. Oh yeah to that. Yes, who knows if I run that Bronco Savage again? If it cracks another one, the certainly hit you up. I'm glad you guys enjoy. I've gotten my fill of the racing. I'll definitely keep hitting the track, but we're definitely going to try and get some more Savage content going. It has been a minute. And as the sun starts staying up here in the evening time, yes, we're going to try and do some live runs up at the park. But it's dark right now, so it would be short if we were to try to go out there and do that now. Yeah, sneak peek. Wait, which clear bag are you talking about, Offna? I mean, this is a clear bag with pretty goodies inside of it. It's got the aluminum spring retainer, aluminum caps, threaded bodies. I don't think there's any oil in these. I haven't taken them out, though. One thing I'm hoping is that the shocks I have, the little shock spacers that go inside here, fit in these. I'm thinking they should, but I haven't looked into it. Old goat, you got me. What are you talking about? You talking about the bag of sleeves you sent? I already broke all that down and separated it out. Here. Nope, not that one. There. Is that what you want to see? Anywho, well, it's been fun. It's been real. It's been real fun. But time to say goodnight. If anybody out there can find any VP Pro after run oil, let me know. I want some more. I like it. Anybody knows where any more purple-headed engines are? I'll still collect them. I would like more. I don't think, 10 of them? I don't think 10's enough. Plus, I got a couple at the house still. No brown big box. Dang it. Oh! Well, shit. My bad. Talking about this. Boom, shakalaka. Haven't decided if I want to do the blower or just the hood scoop. Probably do the blower. Comes with the window masking. Comes with some pretty cool stickers. Comes with a separate bumper. Cute little hood scoop. Massive blower. Have to get some chrome paint. There's the GTO. Yeah, so I found another one of these brand new. $100. And then they wanted 25 shipping. Plus you gotta pay tax on top of that. Like, oh my God. All those bodies I was finding before, can't find hardly any of them. There's a couple of them reasonable, but the ones that you do find, people are trying to get like $200 out of them. So yeah, future project right there. Like I said, I got more surprises coming. Yep, you'll just have to tune in and see what we get. But over the next couple of weeks, I definitely have like 1, 2, 3, 4. I got at least 3 nice projects coming that you guys are gonna love. I got a couple of extra goodies that are popping in. I'm working on a couple of other things. So stay tuned, because the goods are on the way. Plenty of them. So anyways, like I said, purple head Novarossi, what size? It's a 21. Old 21. Doesn't say it up here though. Any other questions that I'm missing here? Yes, always fast racing on eBay have no. Yeah, I mean they do, but they're getting pricey. Harder and harder to find. JP says the blower. Hybrid says the blower. Probably heading over Rossi. Man, we got a deal on those, bro. Yeah, I know, man. What'd you say? $30? Well, but the other one didn't come with the extra pieces or any of the stickers, so it's just a body. But I have other surprises coming. So, like I said, yes, JP, thank you. Stay tuned. Got some cool shit coming. No armor right there. Thank you. Probably will never do armor. I just, I like Nitro. I like Savages. I like Techno. I like some Traxxas. But yes, tomorrow night, we're going to have fun with those. Come back, check it out. You guys are awesome. Thank you very much. Take care of each other. Be nice. Burn all your nitro. And until then, much love and peace.